St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner has officially resigned weeks before she originally said she would. Tonight, we're learning more about who's going to be in charge until the governor picks her replacement. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
I'm Kelly Jackson. Gardner's announcement came just hours before a court hearing in the Attorney General's case to oust her from office. That court case is now in limbo with Gardner's unexpected resignation today. Christine Byers has been following this story for months. Christine, what have you learned?
Kelly, I was supposed to be standing here today telling our viewers about what went on during a court hearing that was scheduled for the Missouri Attorney General's efforts to remove her from office. That hearing still went on, but not quite as planned after Gardner announced her resignation just 2 hours before it began. Gardner emailed Governor Parson today stating her resignation is effective immediately. Gardner then announced she had worked with St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney Wesley Bell to ensure a, quote, smooth transition. Bell's attorneys were downtown today ready to take over cases immediately, but they were caught off guard by Gardner's abrupt decision to step down. Only the governor can appoint a replacement, and he plans to appoint someone by the end of the week. The governor said today, in the meantime, the Attorney General's office, not Wesley Bell, will be managing the Circuit Attorney's office. In a statement, AG Andrew Bailey announced Deputy Attorney General Bill Corrigan has been appointed to, quote, immediately start clearing the backlog of cases until the governor appoints a new circuit attorney. I spoke with Corrigan earlier today.
Well, early this morning, we sent an offer to them to resolve this, that we would drop the lawsuit if she agreed to resign immediately, which she did. And if she would agree to promise the people saying, well, she wouldn't run for this position again. They didn't respond to our offer other than her resignation at 11:47 this morning. So that's a possibility that she's announced her re-election effort back in late March, as you may recall, and she has not rescinded that.
Now, Gardner's resignation may mean the end for the Attorney General's efforts to remove her, but it does not end the contempt hearing that is still scheduled for her on May 30th. Live outside Gardner's former office in downtown St. Louis, Christine Byers, 5 on your side.
And Missouri Governor Mike Parson has to choose who will replace Gardner as circuit attorney until voters decide next year. 18 people have applied for the job. Today, our political editor Mark Maxwell heard from the governor about how that process is going. How is it going, Mark?
Well, Kelly, we got some taste of that from a number of black pastors who met with Governor Parson here in downtown St. Louis today. Governor also meeting with Mayor Tishara Jones at City Hall. Both groups, Mayor Jones and the faith leaders, stress they want to see an interim prosecutor take over, not someone with eye on re-election, running for the campaign trail all over again in 2024. But Kim Gardner's sudden resignation, leaving office today, added pressure to Parson's timeline. Now the governor says he hopes to appoint someone as early as this Friday. He talked to reporters at a press event earlier today and said despite input from these community groups, he's keeping his options open on who he might pick.
I think that I can safely say that it will be an African American, so that's important to us, but a qualified African American. We said to the governor, we don't want somebody just because they're black. We want somebody because they're qualified.
We listen to that. Everybody has an opinion up here. There's different groups up here that would like to have their person in that position. Whether they're Democrats, whether Republican has no bearing. Whether they run for office again has no bearing. That's up to them.
After her meeting with Governor Parson, Mayor Tishara Jones released a statement, quote, re-emphasizing that the appointment should serve as a caretaker for the office who can make much needed changes without the distraction of election politics in 2024. Sources close to this appointment process believe the governor and his staff have already whittled down that list of 18 applicants down to a very short list of people who they think are at the top. Those interviews are already underway. Reporting live in downtown, Mark Maxwell, 5 on your side.
And of course, we'll continue to follow this story on air and online. You can get updates on the 5 on your side app. We'll also have a roundtable with more analysis from our legal experts on Gardner's resignation. That's on the 5+ app starting at 6:30 tonight.